but we did shoot it in that XR studio in Melbourne where like Mad Max was filmed. And that enabled us just to bring everything to life.
Yeah.
You know, like they're on a couch in a rec room, and then all of a sudden they're in Jerusalem.
Yeah, totally.
And I think it just enabled that level of creativity, which hasn't been, done before within Alpha.
Totally.
And so
in some ways probably cheaper than travel. Like if you had gone to all those places,
if you had to go,
you're spending way more anyway. So in some ways more efficient.
Yeah, and for the young people who like really care about your carbon footprint.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's much better. So
we all really care about that,
Yeah.
I do want to ask you though, I sent you this question before, like what's lighting you up right now? What's like getting you, because I just know coming off the back of a big project, it's like, but then like what's the thing now that it's really, and it could not be anything to do with ministry, it could just be to do with you personally, you want to be an incredible dad or something, I don't know, whatever. What's are you playing pickleball or something or no? What's lighting you up, man? Like what's getting you going?
Yeah. I mean, it probably sounds a bit cliche, but definitely like empowering young people. And when I say like empowering them, just like stepping back and like helping them step in. And I think the world is doing this anyway, like brands and companies. Gen Z are the biggest generation on the planet, 25%. And then after that, Gen Alpha, they go on to the end of the English alphabet, X, Y, Z.
Yeah, and they come
now
back.
that Greek, Alpha, Beta, Gamma. So Generation Alpha, they're also 24% of the world's population. So because like companies and brands know if they do not like get the younger generations, they're going to go bankrupt. They'll like listen, learn, change their marketing methods, system structures, everything that they'll change to make sure they hit the younger generation and get the younger generation in. And I guess the thing that's lighting me up at the moment is trying to encourage churches to do that, to listen and learn to young people, to involve them, to give them opportunity, not to make profit off them, but just to empower them and encourage them to like step into everything that God has for them. It breaks my heart that companies and brands are leading the way in listening to young people, and the church are slow adopters. I think the church should be in the very front line and leading the way and showing the world what it looks like to lead and listen to young people and help them. So the thing that's lighting me up is just working with organizations and churches, and that, being here with Youth Alive this week and the Alpha Youth team here, hearing what they're doing to help teenagers in this sphere. Like, it's been amazing.
Have they told you about spheres?
Yeah.
How incredible is it?
It's like insane.
I remember like when Ben was birthing, I don't know what this thing is, but I just feel like we just need to do it. We need to give them like a training ground so they can go and it's pretty epic. I wasn't at the last one, but I heard all the stories and it's pretty amazing.
Have you always found it easy to like take a step back and go, no, you do it? Like, was that always easy for you, or is that something more recent you've started to like just adopt more, like letting that? Because I feel like some people as well, like in teams and collaborative environments, egos are still a thing. Yeah. Or like that
overly.
Yeah. Or I could do this better, so I'll just do it. Yeah. Or it's like,
I'm guilty of that.
You can do this, but do it exactly like I would do it.
Yeah.
Like two different ways to do the same thing and allowing the other way to still be done.
Yeah. Got ya. I think being an introvert and also having the fear of public speaking, like I've never been that leader who's wanted to be the front man. And so my natural kind of character and personality has kind of adopted the leadership style, which is more of like putting other people forward. But then also like, being a millennial, I'm leading in an era where like we were called narcissists, social media came out. So if you put yourself on social media, you're a narcissist. And so even now, like I really struggle with social media and like posting, reposting, sharing, like I'm always chatting to my wife, like, am I making this about me?
So true.
So I really, I struggle because, in this area now, like I never want to be the guy who's making it about myself. And I think everybody's got different levels of what is selflessness and what is selfishness. And all I'm saying is like, ultimately as a leader, I think you just need good people around you who you trust to just say, look, do you think I'm making this about myself? Am I making it all about me, or am I giving opportunity for other people? And I think you've got healthy people around you who can just help you with your blind spots. Yeah. Maybe tell you the truth. And hopefully you'll have health in, what you're leading.
Yeah. Well, most people have the Holy Spirit in their life. My Holy Spirit is my wife. I ask her all the time, babe, should I post this? And most of the time, no. Or like, I literally asked her like the other day, I'm like, what do you think about this person? It was a certain scenario happening. She goes, don't do it. And I really felt to do it. I'm like, okay, I won't do it. And then it all ended up crumbling.
Yeah, right.
Man, I don't know. God has given females in particular this like radar for, I don't know about your wives, but like my wife is like, if I think something's going to be the best thing and going to change the world, and she's like, I don't think you should do it. I've done it once, and then the rest of the time I'm not going to do that again, because she just knows,
Wow.
Like, And so her discernment radar is phenomenal. But I'm definitely guilty of being one of those leaders you're talking about, like who feels like to occupy the space too much. But I'm learning more and more that like we actually arrive quicker if I let the space do it.
Yeah, my question was directed at Sam.
It's just after our morning meeting, it's just like
Just taking notes.
What about you, Josh, in terms of like the leadership that you see when you were sort of like developing? Did you have people that create space for you?
Yeah, definitely. It's like when you get called out. I remember actually ages ago, big youth ministry guy here, self-proclaimed. But I remember getting dropped home by my youth pastor one day, and he goes, I think I was probably grade 11. And then he goes, oh, we want you to like do an announcement next Friday or something at youth. And I'm like, me? Why me? And then they're like, oh, heard it from heaven. And I think you just said that as a joke, but then I was like, what?
heard it
What?
from heaven.
And I've just found so many times of like, so many leaders, it's like when you get called out, it's like to encourage. It's like, it's like, I think I've also struggled, I think, in times of my life of thinking sometimes of like, oh, if I give someone else an opportunity, it's going to take away from me more. And it's like when I let that die, it was like, oh no, this is everything we do is collaborative. And that's also a key part that I've had to learn through creativity. Because I'm like, I cannot create something good by myself. It's like I'll need support, help, others, even people's ideas coming up to me. Now, most of the time, if someone brings me an idea, even if I don't like it, I would hate for someone to stop giving me ideas.